So this one right here is a very interesting and confusing story as far as motive. One of the spots that's on one of my usual routes in an area of the city that you guys have seen a lot over by Bucktown. Sometimes if you guys have seen me in my videos where I'm walking around, you see that big church, St. Mary of the Angels, that's like right there in Bucktown. So only a few blocks from there, there's a migrant shelter, which is like across from a salt shed. This is over on Elston. It's about a block north of Division. I don't know how big it is and how many migrants it has, but I always see migrants like hanging out in front of that place when I would ride my bike past it. Anyways, another migrant did a drive-by shooting and like shot up the area where the migrants always are standing out and hanging out. And the reason is just like it's weird, man. It doesn't appear to have been like related to any gang beef or anything like that. But a Venezuelan migrant, they said, has admitted to shooting another migrant outside their shelter because he was quote angry with other residents who lived at the facility. So what exactly the beef is about, he didn't reveal, but the shooting outside the shelter at 1308 North Elston across from the salt shed left a 28-year-old man injured around 6:35 p.m. on July 1st. A guy named Berbesi has been charged with the crime, and who knows if that's his real name. The migrants a lot of times are given like false names. We can suppose at this point that that's his real name. My own family did this too when they came to the U.S. They changed their last name to an American name. This guy doesn't have an American name; he's still got a Hispanic name, but um, we did it. I think legally, but the this is something that a lot of immigrants do. So, anyways, this guy was riding in the passenger seat of a car that pulled up to the shelter. He opened fire on migrants who were standing outside the facility in a drive-by, according to a detention petition. So, bullets struck the victim in the chest and stomach, resulting in injuries that have led to two surgeries so far. Surveillance cameras allegedly recorded images of Berbesi at the shooting scene, so Chicago cops arrested him during a traffic stop over in the 1900 block of West Cermak late Friday night. So this is over by like Cermak and Damon. This is not anywhere near the salt shed. Okay, this is like actually not too far from the migrant shelter over on like Cermak and Halstead. It's maybe like about 12 blocks from that. Okay, so I don't know which shelter he was staying at, but the officer said they found a loaded 38 caliber handgun in the vehicle along with an extended magazine and 23 rounds of ammunition. So he had the extendo on him. He had a car, and it was only a 38. So I mean, we're not talking like a super powerful gun or whatever. But he allegedly told the police that the vehicle and the gun were his. So he admitted to it. The officials said that the weapon had been reported stolen from West Virginia. Okay, very interesting. So the detention petition said that he admitted to traveling to the shelter to shoot migrants. Now he's a migrant. And again, the term migrant that they use a lot in the media now is actually kind of inaccurate. Immigrant is the more accurate term because migrant suggests that they're just passing through. Immigrants are here to stay. Okay, so he identified himself in photos from the shooting, and he told the investigators that the gun that they recovered on Friday was the one that he used in the shooting. Judge granted the prosecution's detention request, and Berbesi is charged with aggravated battery by discharging a firearm. So that's very interesting. He's not being charged with attempted murder. Okay, so he shot this guy in a drive-by shooting, and they're only charging him with aggravated battery. I don't know if this is part of a plea deal or what, but no attempted murder charge. Very, and the motive is like he's angry. Okay, angry about what? So they got no motive, and they got a kind of a low charge. Considering what he had done. So the other interesting thing though is that he had this gun that was reported stolen from West Virginia. So it's possible that he bought this on the streets of Chicago. It's possible that he got it in Virginia. There's a lot of possibilities here. A lot of guns in Chicago were stolen from other areas and they end up on the streets over here. But we know he didn't get it from a gun store. Or at least we think he didn't get it from a gun store, hopefully. Or from a pawn shop. It's possible from a pawn shop. Okay, but the migrant issue, the immigrant issue is front and center, in the election campaign that's going on right now. I'm recording this video just after Biden has dropped out of the race, and it looks like Harris may be the new nominee for the Democrats. I got another video coming, hopefully, on the Democratic convention that's going to be held in Chicago because they're afraid, due to everything that's been going on, that this could be a repeat of the 1968 Democratic convention in Chicago. which was mayhem. Okay, that was during the Vietnam War, and there was like riots surrounding that. And right now, there's a lot of students, a lot of young people that are very upset about the government giving weapons to the Israelis, and everything that the Israelis have been doing in Palestine. So that there's could be a lot of protests here and a lot of unrest in the streets. So my advice, if you're watching this video, if you're in Chicago for the convention, stay away from the area around the convention, because that could get kind of nuts. But anyways, for the migrants that are coming here and doing this, statistics do show that immigrants commit crime at a lower rate than American citizens on average. But when you've got people in situations where a lot of them are out on the street or in these crowded shelters or just hanging around downtown with nothing to do, a lot of crime happens. And if Trump wins, okay, which right now it's up in the air, we don't know if Trump is going to win or not. They better not take this for granted. Okay, the situation that they have, what I'm saying, because it's tenuous right now. Like, they could be easily kicked out and deported. I'm not saying that Trump is going to do that, but they need to. I mean, he's saying he's going to do that, so they need to chill. What I'm saying, with this stuff, because the situation right here is kind of up in the air. You guys let me know what you think in the comment section, man. But yeah, shout out to the migrants that have been, abiding by the law and doing things the right way. But guys like this, maybe, torching that welcome mat and putting it up in flames, because there's been a lot of stuff going on. That Tren de Aragua gang has been implicated in several crimes around the country. When it's done by migrants, it gets a lot of media attention, especially on the right. So you guys let me know what you think in the comment section, man. What the solution is to this problem, because for Chicago, this has become like a political firestorm. It's like taking down Brandon Johnson's administration. Like, it's taking his approval rating into the toilet. Mainly, like I said, because all the resources, like the hundreds of millions of dollars that over the generations the black community has always been told is not there for them, are suddenly there, for people that are not American citizens, and they're kicking black people out on the street in the middle of winter so they can house the migrants at the airport and doing all type of stuff. Like, Johnson didn't do that. That was actually under the Lightfoot administration, but it's just a bad look. Okay, it's for other people that are on the living paycheck to paycheck, or kind of like on the margins of the socioeconomic spectrum over here. It's just a bad look. So you guys let me know what you think down in the comment section, man. Very contentious issue right now. Your boy Chicago News. I'm out.